Hello, welcome back. Hope you had a good week in the stock market. It's Friday, July 30th. We're going to talk a little bit about the market, different catalysts coming up for market correction, and we're talking about GME and this inevitable squeeze we are waiting on. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy money sticks around. Shorts haven't covered. Market today showed its bearishness. It's still kind of teetering. I think this whole last few days have kind of been a blow off the top once again, but for real this time. No, we corrected back here, but not fully. Kind of just did this crazy little rip again. A lot of catalysts. After hours today, we have derivatives market exposure, or derivatives exposure basically, from FINRA, which is self-reported, and that's a private company, so it's possible that those numbers aren't going to be very accurate. However, still could shine some light on things. We have the evictions coming out, and I don't think that's going to get pushed, so it's possible that landlords will be able to give notices to evict tenants that have not been paying, and that could be a catalyst. That'll be probably, that's a 30 to 60 to even 90-day deal, as far as the process of notifying and then actually kicking people out if they're staying. And so that's not something that'll necessarily crash the housing market or do anything initially. The stock market, though, usually anticipates stuff, and so it moves before the things actually happen. So if that doesn't get pushed down, which I don't think it can, because I think Congress had to vote on it, and I think it's too late for that, but we'll see what they pull out of their hat on that. And let's see, catalyst for GME next week, we have Ethereum upgrade, London fork thing, better tech for Ethereum that GME I think wants to use for their company to implement, digital used game sales, which would be huge, or possibly, who knows, crypto dividend, or any of the other ideas floating around out there that you've probably heard. Let's see, the debt ceiling has to be either raised or USA is going to default. Seems super apocalyptic, and that could happen. That could definitely cause a market crash. It'll probably get pushed. Reverse repo market today, $1 trillion. So for some reason that's kind of a milestone for Reddit. People are really excited about that. I understand it going up is it's kind of proving the thesis of what's been researched and talked about, but $1 trillion is not much different than 980 billion. But anyways, yeah, milestone's been reached, $1 trillion. It's highest it's ever been. So yeah. GME on the hourly, it's looking bearish. It's oversold here. And like I said, in the last few days, we just kind of came back down and tested this range. So once I saw these couple days, I said, okay, this is good. And then especially when you got the MACD crossover, like, all right, we're consolidating. And with consolidation, you kind of test your highs and your lows, see where your buyers and sellers are at. A typical traded stock that's not manipulated, which I don't know if there any are, but anyways, GME is coming down and kind of testing this support, and I imagine it'll maybe consolidate or stay kind of flat on Monday and then probably come back up and probably kind of keep doing this dance between this range, this 190 and 160-ish range. Today actually it was almost right on the money on the support that I said we were probably would be, or maybe get close to it. We got 158.89, and our low over here was 158.01. So LA Waves guys said like 145. I don't know, maybe we'll hit that on Monday. I don't think that's going to happen at this point. However, if there is a big market correction and GME comes down with it, I suppose we could find lower supports, but that will change everything as far as kind of what's going on, unless it's just kind of a quick wick down there. Because if we break this support, I think we're kind of still in a downward trajectory. And then I would say probably look out for that 135 for next support. But at this point, I'm not seeing that. Last 4 days been very bearish, and we still didn't break this support. There's the market closed. So that's a good sign. Again, I think we'll probably be bouncing in this range, and this makes me think, just looking at the chart, that we are probably looking at another another 2 weeks this week of the 10th of August. So just because I think we need another week of this, and that would also line up with my thesis on us repeating this pattern back here, because this was 2 months. That's the 15th to this is pretty much the 15th. So this correction right here is a 10th, and that's the 10th. So let's see, the 10th is a Tuesday, I think. Yeah, Tuesday. Anything could happen though. Next week we have news catalyst with Ethereum and the London fork. So that could be big. Also, I just remembered I actually did another take on this video and my head's space cadet right now, so I forgot. S&P 400 GME is coming into next week, I believe, also on the 4th. So either one of those could be potential catalysts. The charts, yeah, we'll see how next week goes, I guess, but it looks like we're repeating this to where we need kind of another week of consolidation in this range. So yeah, I've read different stuff. I've read some that's going to be a net loss changing from S&P 600 to the 400, basically where shares have to be sold. I don't know if that's true or not. I've also read net gain a large amount. I haven't looked into it enough. It's not too concerning for me. I'm hoping that's a net gain, but even if it's a huge net loss of maybe even 50 million, maybe the entire flow of 70 million, I'm still not too concerned, because I believe there's many times over the float that they need to cover. Even if it was just 20% of the float, you have a Volkswagen squeeze where it became the biggest company in the world for a day. And I think we're many, many times over the actual float. So even if it was the entire float that we had to sell, 70 something million, whatever it is, to change ETFs, that's honestly, that doesn't change any thesis of mine. So yeah, it looks like we're crossed over on the MACD. We're bearish daily. We got red under the 9 moving average. The fact that we held this support though, I'm totally fine with that. And I expect kind of a bounce next week to kind of probably, or maybe some consolidation even down here. And then I expect us to come back up and probably retest that high. If you're looking back here, if we have 2 weeks of doing it. So this is kind of that first one, and then there's one test, and then there's another test, and then it kind of consolidated, but you could say, yeah. But yeah, anyways, the dates, the 2 months dates, 2-month date is what I was thinking for once this reversal really fully happens. And we have a green MACD, so it could be accelerated because this was only, what, 3 days of green MACD. Was this also 3? I didn't even check. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this was 4. No, 5. 5. So this could be a shorter time frame. But now that we're done with that first one, hopefully we kind of, again, respect this support and kind of turn back bullish, and that hopefully will be the turn. And I predict that will be on that week of the 10th, which is 2 weeks from now. Stock market seems to be poised for a crash. There's lots of different news catalysts they can use to blame it on. They even have the Delta COVID variant in their back pocket. They've got the eviction going. They've got the debt ceiling. They've got, even raising interest rates. They've got the yield curve. There's a lot. So they can use whatever they want. And when that happens, it's possible GME breaks through support, but I don't know how far the market will have to come down before GME will start running up, and it might not be far. There could be pretty tight spread in there, basically. I was gonna see what there was something I thought I wanted to share on here, but they're open to returning to lockdowns. Biden's talking about turning to lockdowns. That's on FX Hedge. Biden says they're open to returning to lockdowns if CDC advises, whatever the CDC says. I also heard him talking about forced vaccinations and basically seeing if that would be legal. Robinhood still hasn't fixed their market cap on GameStop, so basically the market cap here of 20 billion would put GME's share price at 212 or something. And yeah. So anyways, guys, let me show you the plays we did. My account's getting just wrecked. I've got so many different spreads and different things going on. I think one of my sold puts, it's probably going to get closed because I had to turn to a spread to satisfy margin requirements. Yeah, but anyways, I rolled the puts we sold as many as I could. So I think I rolled maybe 3, and the rest I rolled these also, but I think E-Trade automatically added a long leg on it, puts that I bought. So yeah, that's where we're at with that. And I actually sold covered calls on my shares, not on purpose, but because I opened up a debit spread today, and it just added the short side of the calls to the shares that I have as collateral. So that actually worked out. My only green play today was an accident. That's not exactly true. Let's look at some other good green stuff. All right, we got Marin, 2 contracts on Marin, 2 call contracts. I sold 1 to cover basically this one. These are August. I just looked at the chart on Marin. It's been known to run. It was setting up nicely. Had this big, I don't know if it's a short squeeze or whatever, but it's a penny stock. So had this big run up here. The daily, it's still, I mean, this could be the beginning of a run, but I'm not convinced. This could be over today, but we saw it this morning, and I knew its history, and so I was watching it. Where was it? It was right about here. So I had these 2 big green candles, almost 10 o'clock, and I got options right about here. It was consolidating, building this kind of bull flag right here, and then it continued to build that bull flag, and then it started running. So contracts went up to about 100%, and I sold 1 here, and I kept the other one just to ride out. And so I've got till August on that one. It's a $10 contract. Typically with such a cheap stock, I'll just buy shares, but I didn't want to lock up capital, so I just got a couple contracts on that. What else do we do? Well, all this covering on GME. Yeah, we got I got SPX plays for next week. I don't know why actually these are down. I didn't remember selling these into so much premium, but these are down 50% apparently. 4,300 puts on SPX. I meant to get actually Friday, but it looks like I got Wednesday. So not a whole lot of time. We do have this call credit spread I also opened, 439.5 and 4,400, and that's for Friday. So basically S&P has to close below 439.5, and that will, as long as it closes below that, we're still net positive on this play. What, $300? So, or 200 something, because these puts cost me 270, and this call credit spread I received 570 in credit. So as long as it goes in the right direction or stays below that certain price, we'll be good. I also opened up bearish plays on AAL. This COVID variant, I'm wondering, I mean, if the market has a correction, then a lot of stuff's going to come down. Travel stocks, if it is related to the COVID variant, and vaccines maybe. Yeah, so I got 19 puts I got them for next week, which was kind of, again, I think I actually tried. Yeah, I meant to get these at the end of the month. I don't know why I kept getting dates wrong. And I also got a call credit spread. So American Airlines has to close below 20.5, and then we'll keep this full credit of 220. The puts I bought cost 231, so I am net negative $10 on this. But yeah, if this takes a dump, then these puts should do pretty well. And yeah, that's it. Besides all these rolled over GME plays, I don't like to look at my account balance right now. I like to kick back and just chill. So SPY is gonna probably correct next week, and we will see. I think GME probably continue this consolidation, which is a good thing. I don't think it's gonna break this support next week. And however, if the overall market's very bearish, I could pull it down. It could. We'll see though. There's times when the SPY is selling off and it kind of starts to pull GME, but then GME kind of bounces out of it and snaps out of it and flattens out. I'm trying to see where that's like, where you can even see it now. 716. I mean, right here, yeah, look, GME was like flat. and that was a big down day on the market. So kind of pulled it down, but ended up just being flat. Anyways, that's what I got for you guys. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy money sticks around. We have Discord if you want to get on there and look at poo emojis, and Twitter at happy money YT. Hope you guys have a good weekend. Take it easy. I'm sure gonna try. There's always a catalyst if you're looking for it. So maybe don't look for it. Maybe let it come to you. We will see you next week. Have a good weekend. Peace out.